Hello awesome students and welcome to the video. It is time for some new grammar and in this clip you're going to learn about the present perfect simple. The video is divided into 3 parts. First, you're going to learn how to form present perfect simple sentences. Secondly, you're going to revise the present and past simple tense. And thirdly, you're going to see examples for situations where the present perfect simple tense is used adequately. I was not born in an English-speaking country, so I had to learn and study the English grammar like you. In fact, I've lived in Austria since my birth, and I've been an English learner for many years now. And as a teacher, I have explained the English tenses to lots of students already. Now have a look at these sentences. Do you notice something? Right. There are already 3 present perfect simple structures. Maybe you have also recognized how this tense is formed. Basically, you need a subject, have or has, and a third form of the verb. Looking at these examples, you will see that we use has for the subjects he, she, it, and have for the subjects I, you, we, and they. You already know about the present simple tense, which describes general truths, facts, and habits in the present, and the past simple, which describes completed actions and events in the past. Looking at the timeline, the past simple would be here, in the past. Imagine I meet a colleague in a school corridor and he asks me, "What did you do in class yesterday?" Then I will probably answer, "I explained grammar rules to my students." I'm using the past simple because I'm talking about a completed action in the past. The present would be here in the timeline. When this colleague asks me about my profession and what I usually do in class, maybe he's a maths teacher and he has no idea what language teachers do, I would answer him, "I explain new grammar to my students." This describes a habit, something I regularly do. But how would I answer the question, "What have you done in your class so far?" With the expression "so far," he signalizes me that he asks about the time span. In this case, from the beginning of the school year till now. So from past to present. And in this case, I would respond with, "I have taught new grammar to my students." We have an expression about an uncompleted time span, because the school year is not over yet. So basically, the present perfect simple tense is a combination of the past and the present. We distinguish 3 situations in which we use the present perfect. Firstly, it is used for actions or events that started in the past and are still unfinished, or for unfinished time spans. Remember the situation from before? The time span the colleague and I talk about here is not completed yet. Now I want you to think about holiday destinations you have already visited and about some destinations you want to visit in your life. Because the time span you're talking about is your life and it is not over because you're not dead, you also use the present perfect simple tense. In my case, I could say, "I've never been to Brazil, however, I have visited Spain." Secondly, the present perfect simple is used for past experiences or actions that have an important or crucial impact on the present. Imagine you baked a cake for a friend, maybe yesterday or in the morning, and then you give that cake to your friend. Then you would say, "Happy birthday, I have baked this cake for you." And although the cake was made yesterday, the important thing is that you have the cake now and your friend can enjoy it now. In this case, you're walking around town and your friend sees this movie advertisement and says, "Wow, this movie looks thrilling." And now your answer will be based on your experience with that film. So you can either say, "It totally is, I've already watched it," or "I can't tell, I have never watched it." Thirdly, the present perfect simple is used for any actions or events that happened recently, so not long ago. John is finished with reading a novel. When a colleague enters the room and asks him to go get some food, he says, "Yes, good timing, I have just finished reading my book." At a restaurant, they have good timing again. It is 1 minute past 3 p.m. and the pizzeria opens at exactly 3. And then John says, "The pizzeria has just opened." So let's revise. We use the present perfect simple tense for ongoing situations in a time span that is not finished yet, for past experiences or actions that have an important impact on the present, and for recently happened actions. Certain signal words can help you to identify present perfect use. The present perfect signal words are just, already, never, ever, for, since, lately, recently, before, up to now, so far, yet, this week, month, year, and so on. These words indicate that there can be a present perfect. However, it is important to note that the absence of these signal words does not necessarily mean that the present perfect simple tense is not being used. Especially the context of an utterance is the most important factor to consider. Thanks for listening, and do not hesitate to watch the video again whenever you want to freshen up your present perfect simple knowledge.